Warm greetings from the high 10. As most of you know, I just came off a live. This will be a no commentary live. This is pertaining to audio by Miss Cassie Laundry and protesters who went to her home to ask said questions. This has gotten way out of control and just utter buffoonery at this point. And WJHL has basically said in their last commentary that there have been no new confirmations of Mr. Laundrie in the general East Tennessee area and or North Carolina area where a man believes he saw Mr. Laundrie in a truck. There's dispute about what type of truck it was, the make of the truck. I'm not about to get into that because I don't have that kind of time and I'm not going to indulge in this any further. I am only going to play the audio of the said video and I have nothing to respond pertaining to the information. Thank you for joining me. 1 second, please. Thanks for joining me. Hello. I will not be responding to anything. This is just audio. Since people kept worrying me to death about what was said. And I'm only going to play the audio. I will not be responding to anything in the chat or pertaining to this situation. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
We want to know what the hell.
We have fully cooperated with the police since September 11th when they called. I did not say that I saw my brother. I said I haven't been able to speak to him in reference to the time when I was called by the police. Since that point, I haven't been able to speak to my brother. I've been honest.
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, the thing about it is we know Gabby's family. Gabby is.
We do too.
What do you want us to do?
We cooperate with the police. We're not supposed to talk to anybody, and you're making my children cry.
Was Brian with you on September 1st? Did he come to this house?
Yes, he came to this house with my parents in their Mustang, not the van. I did not know that he took that van back. I found out the next day with everybody else. We are just as upset, frustrated, and heartbroken as everybody else. And I am losing my parents and my brother and my children's aunt and my future sister-in-law on top of this. And you're not helping.
Why your parents? Why your parents? You're talking about Christopher.
They're not talking to us either.
Why aren't they talking to you guys?
If I knew, I would say. I don't know.
Do you think they're involved, your parents?
I don't know.
You don't know?
We know.
You're not involved?
We've literally been finding everything out with the news like everybody else. My kids are upset. You're upsetting my neighbors, and all we want to do is let you guys know that we don't know.
What happened? What did you guys do on the 6th through the 8th at Fort DeSoto?
We were at Fort DeSoto on the 6th. We got there at around 2 o'clock, and we left around 8 because the kids had school the next day.
On the 6th?
On the 6th. We only stayed for about 6 hours.
Who was there?
My mom, my dad, my brother.
Would you guys be willing to go on record to say that you would like your brother Brian Laundrie to turn himself over to
What was going on at Fort DeSoto campground? What were you guys doing there? Like, where there was a campfire?
We had s'mores. We had dinner.
What did Brian say anything about
We had
Gabby?
our kids there. Nothing came up.
He didn't say anything about Gabby.
No, we've told the FBI everything.
Did Brian go?
The world does not need to know what the FBI knows. And that's why we're silent.
They've asked us to not say anything.
This is me coming out against them.
They're suffering.
We're suffering.
Well,
they're suffering.
to be fair,
I
they lost a
understand your view.
I mean, to be fair, they lost a
100%.
life. So
I know.
I really feel bad for you, but again, I don't feel bad
I
for
know.
you.
That's fine. You feel how you feel. We help how we feel. My kids are upset. You're upsetting my children, who are very upset that they had to find out that their aunt died from you people screaming it at them from the house. So that's not.
Where was that at?
On Saturday when you were here.
Your aunt died.
No, their aunt.
Their aunt died.
Yes.
The future aunt.
They considered her aunt, Aunt Gabby, forever. So.
To be honest with you, we can't even hear you inside.
We can.
I mean, hear that.
So where else have you seen Brian since September 1st?
I have not seen anybody after 8 o'clock on September 6th. I have not spoken to my parents.
How long did they stay there? Do you know? Like at the Fort DeSoto Garden? Did Brian go off on his own into the woods or?
We don't
We've
know.
been told. We know as much as you.
Did you? So when he came here September 1st, right? You said he came. What did he come here for?
My parents wanted to surprise the kids to pick them up at school. I did not know that Brian was with them when we had previously planned to hang out with them. This is not what we want to be doing. This is not how we want the world to find out when we're angry and upset. But I can't have my kids be crying for 3 days in a row.
What did the FBI take out of the house here? Like what?
Nothing.
They came here though.
Yes.
During
We met with them multiple times.
you met with them multiple times. Did they ask you for like polygraphs or anything like that?
No, but
No.
We're not.
we don't
We're
know.
not involved in this at all.
He's my brother,
Sounds
and
like
that's
the parents are.
The parents. We've been outside the parents' home for 2 weeks straight.
I know. I've been
There's
watching.
parents' home for 2 weeks straight.
I know. I've been watching.
There's people out there. They feel your family's involved. A cloud of suspicion. The reason why we're here for you is because the media
ended up misconstruing what I said when they asked me if I had seen my brother. Like I said in the beginning, they didn't say, "Have you seen Brian?" It was, "What's the weirdest thing about this all?" It was, I haven't been able to speak to my brother. I tried to contact him after this. I tried to contact my family after this. I hadn't been able to speak to my brother.
Do you know about any additional burn phones?
I have no idea.
So you don't know nothing.
No,
Like,
he's my brother that I don't talk to that much.
and the parents ain't talking to you. Your own parents are not talking to you for what reason? They just
The lawyer said not to.
who's the lawyer?
Their parents' lawyer.
Their lawyers.
We have nothing to hide. We were told not to talk to anybody, and I'm upset that we have to come out and do this and then explain myself to the other guy.
So when Gabby was missing, the parents weren't even looking for her. They weren't even out looking for her.
We don't even know what they knew.
Do you know that she was missing when they went to Fort DeSoto?
No.
You didn't have no
September
clue that
11th,
she was
The
missing.
detective that was working with Gabby's mom called me up while we were on vacation,
We were in Orlando.
and then I called her back because we were eating dinner, and I told her everything she needed to know. We told them from day one that we were at Fort DeSoto with them on the 6th, and that they came over here on the 1st. The police has known everything that's out there the whole time, from September 11th night on. That's when I became involved, and I knew nothing before that.
Any other
So
questions?
what were your thoughts after you found out she was missing and your brother was here by himself and in her van and ran up $1,000 on her
These
credit
are
card?
things we're not allowed to answer.
Have you ever seen Brian hit Gabby?
No.
Have you ever seen him fight?
Have you seen him hit any woman?
No, I've never seen him be
Domestic
aggressive
violence
or
right in your
angry
family?
in anything. No.
You know that we talked to neighbors. We canvassed your parents' neighborhood.
Yeah.
They've heard screams coming out of your parents' house on multiple
Your
occasions.
parents' house.
I
Scream.
don't know what to tell you about
Might have
that.
been our kids. We lived there for a year.
Oh, you lived at the home in Wabasso?
Yeah,
Gabby and Brian lived with us.
when they were in New York.
And you've never seen him fight? No argue? No.
Of course,
nothing.
everybody figures, but nothing like what, and like no
Doesn't have a
domestic
constitute
anything.
domestic violence.
No,
No.
yes, or else we would have done something about it.
Right.
Like, I don't stand for that. I was in a bad relationship similar to that, what's saying has happened. I wouldn't let that happen. We're,
Not evil monsters were made out to be.
A lot of people just want answers. There's a cloud of suspicion. Nobody came to your house, I'm sure, to after it came out in the media, they said, "Oh, you lied." They said that you misled
I've
them,
been accused of lying.
saying
Like,
that you
it's
didn't
not
see him.
right. I didn't say that I didn't see him. I said I didn't speak to him. After that question was like, what was the weirdest thing that I haven't been able to talk to my brother? As in, from the 11th forward, I have not been able
So
to
the
talk to
media
my
is
brother.
spawning around.
Yes,
If you read the transcript, it's right
the transcripts are out there of everything that was said, and then I was misquoted on inside the article that that's not what I said. I'm sincere. I
I think you guys need to make like a public statement telling Brian to turn himself in. I think that would ease a lot of people's.
We don't even know if he's on the run or he's.
Do you think he's dead?
No idea.
Where does he camp around here? Like where else besides Fort DeSoto?
We've told the
She's
FBI
giving it
everything.
When you guys were children, you're obviously your whole family's outdoorsy. So when you guys were children, like every summer I went to a place. Where was your summer vacations at normally?
We didn't have that. We grew up on a great street where our summer vacation was hanging out with our friends. So
God gave you.
Sorry about that.
2 years for a reason. I mean, we have to. We're here for the Tito family. They are suffering bravely. Things that you will never even feel. And it's just right now. You know, having your family destroyed, and then the people that you trusted your family member with is ignoring you and hanging up the telephone on you.
I understand. I'm in the boat where I'm getting ignored by my family and thrown under the bus by my family's attorney.
Why would he do that? Like, why?
Protect his client because she's not their client.
So I'm just as mad.
Did they have a storage shed, Gabby, and
They have a storage locker.
Brian, do you know where it was?
I have no idea.
Do you know what date your brother flew back that your dad paid for the plane?
I didn't even know he paid for the plane.
Did he fly back?
Yes,
From
he flew back.
like around like what, the 17th or something?
Put it into their house.
Around like the 17th or something,
Yeah,
after the flight.
He got here on the 17th. I don't know what day he left.
Did you see him on that trip?
Yes.
What was discussed? Anything? Was he discussed about?
They were talking, or he was telling me where they were going next. I FaceTimed with Gabby and the kids on that trip. I didn't.
Did he say he got in a fight with Gabby? He didn't talk about that incident?
Just was surprised to us.
Yeah. We're unfortunately in the dark as much as everybody else. And
What was your brother like when he was in middle school and a teenager? What was he
I
like?
didn't live in the house at the time.
Has he ever been violent with you?
No.
Never
Violent
been
with anybody?
Brother, I mean, me and my sister went at it. She pulled my hair, kicked me in my eye.
We're 8 or 9 years apart. We're not.
Yeah, you're older.
He's not like my. We were little together, brother. I mean, I was.
But you guys lived in the house at Wabasso. Everybody lived there.
No, my parents lived in New York.
Oh, they lived in New York. You lived in there.
Yeah.
We were remodeling the
And then
house.
Brian and Gabby came there.
When they moved down to Florida, they moved in with us to get on their feet.
How did they
Find
meet?
jobs.
High school.
Yes.
Well,
I feel like I'm answering too many things.
Yeah, I understand, and I appreciate and respect. Out of respect, we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave out of respect. We're gonna leave.
We appreciate you.
I don't think we're gonna be back.
Because
And I'm sorry.
This is what we wanted, right here.
No,
This
I
is
know.
what we wanted, and this.
We were told not to come out, but I can't have my kids crying.
Well, the fact that you came out, we're not coming back.
Yeah, we're not.
I mean, unless you're lying or there's something new, we're not coming back. God bless you guys.
No, us too.
We just want justice for her.
We're upset. We're sad.
And you see, we're rational people. We just want answers. We want just closure for Gabby.
I would, if I were you, change your strategy because
We're on summer vacation, hanging out with our friends. So.
It's a tough situation, and I'm hearing you, and I appreciate you guys coming out and talking. We do respect that, and that's why.
I save our neighbors.
Yeah.
And this, again, if no one, I don't think anyone would have ever came to your house
No.
until the media came out and said, "Well,
The
she."
media said that, and my parents' lawyer really screwed me over by saying that he just.
Well, I saw the comment that
He did not just stop by on the way home, and I was livid, and I'm not speaking to anybody. I'm done. Because that put me in danger. That made my kids find out this horrible way with questions. We were waiting until there was some kind of closure, so the kids were just sad instead of sad, worried, and now really scared of you guys.
Well, based off all the stuff on the internet, do you think Brian killed Gabby?
I don't know. The internet is the internet.
Understand. If you had anything to say to Gabby's family, what would you say?
I've already reached out through the FBI to them, so.
Yeah, you already speak. I mean, I know the family personally, and I can share this. What do you have to say to Gabby's family?
I don't have anything to say right now because the place is full of specifically
Not the
Not
not
to
to talk to anybody or anything.
she's going outside of that talking to you.
Yeah.
So you have to respect
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna leave.
As long as you didn't say anything that you didn't tell them.
No, they know everything. 100% honesty. September 11th night forward. We've been cooperative.
It's just frustrating because the family's upset that they're not getting the belongings from Gabby that are in their parents' home.
We have no idea what they have or
They
don't
won't
have.
get them.
I don't know.
The parents have hung up the phone on them. I mean, it's just frustrating,
I'd also like to say that not to upset Mr. Tito any further, but I did not get any phone calls from him in the days prior to this September 11th. September 11th, I checked my phone records. I don't see any. He maybe had the wrong number for me. So I was not ignoring his phone calls. I didn't get them.
My first one was from the.
And that could have happened. You could have had the wrong phone number. It's very easy. So
We called them right back.
it doesn't,
It's just a sad situation. It's just sad. I don't know what to think, but I appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah.
And I do appreciate you coming out. I don't know what to think. To us, the silence was like a form of guilt. You understand?
Oh yes, I understand. But for us, silence was not guilt. Silence was
nobody
FBI
came here
telling us
until
not
the
to.
lie.
Yeah,
was the
I
truth.
know. And
Plenty of people here, but
Oh, they have to.
Yeah.
But there's just people upset. They just want answers. They want Brian because he's on the loose.
I understand.
Whether he's dead or alive, he's out there.
sooner he's found, the sooner this is over for us.
Yes.
We can start the
And that's what we keep trying to express to your parents, is that if they can just come out and just start cooperating, making a statement, we will go away. I mean, we have to. We're here.
Bless you guys.
No, us too.
We just want justice for her.
We're upset. We're sad.
And you see, we're rational people. We just want answers. We want just closure for Gabby.
I would, if I were you, change your strategy, because they don't have a strategy.
They don't even have a lawyer.
Gabby deserves better, and maybe help pressure your parents into doing the right thing, because I'm telling you, Gabby's family's suffering gravely, and your parents know more than they're letting on, and it sounds like they deceived you, which is not good for any parent. And I'm just hoping that maybe some pressure from the family might help them cooperate with law enforcement, so we can put an end to this. Like, I got better things to do. I'm burnt up. I've got chapped lips.
We've been out there. You have a beautiful neighborhood. We've been outside your parents' home for 2 weeks. We just want answers. We want them to come forward and share everything they know. But they refuse to, they just stay silent. They're in their home. Yesterday they went out gardening in the back of your house, during, Brian's on the loose. They haven't given any public statement saying, hey, Brian, turn yourself in,
Help me find my son, or like, they're outside gardening. They're out gardening.
Baffled and blown away.
It's like, going about our lives. Like, nothing happened.
Do you think, have you heard about September 14th where Brian allegedly bought a burner phone at the 18th? Do you think his mom was with him? You think your mother? Because they said
what the news says. I don't know what.
Brian didn't like a cell phone to begin with.
He didn't like cell phones. Is he like an outdoorsman? Like what is he like? What's his hobbies? Like, does he like do camping like at outdoors? And do you think he could survive out in the woods for a month?
Anybody can survive out in the woods for a month. Let me grab a book and go out there and try.
I don't know if I asked before, but do you think he's alive?
I hope so.
You hope so. See, I think people want him held accountable, but no harm done to him.
Yeah, of course.
We don't want harm done to him. We just want him held accountable for his actions.
We would like to give his nephews an answer to when they can see their grandparents again, when see their uncle or uncle or anything. He was their hero. So
I'm sorry for your guys' pain. I'm sorry for your guys' pain. I really am.
I'm very sorry, yeah.
Sorry, guys. You guys have a good day. God bless you. I hope everything turns out. Keep praying. This all ends, and then everyone can move on and just move forward from here.
But we need to find your brother so we can start the healing process for the
And again, we don't condone any violence on your parents.
Nope.
We've been out there, but we haven't.
Protesting against violence.
We've been out there, but we haven't went on their property. We don't want anyone doing any damage to their house. We don't want anybody to storm their house. We just want answers. We want them to come forward. Hopefully they'll do that tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be honest. I prayed. I've been praying for the last couple of days, saying I hope they repent and do what's right. Just like I prayed for you guys. I prayed that I'd be able to speak to you guys, or you guys would come out and give answers. I prayed for that the last couple of days. I said, and this might happen, and it did. God bless you guys, and it's just hope this gets resolved quickly, because the longer he's out, it's a danger.
I agree. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that it's my kids.
Thank you, and we are leaving. We are leaving, and we're not coming back. I'm not coming back.
Thank you, Cassie. Thank you,
Thank you, Cassie, for your time.
We appreciate
You have a good day.
Right thing. Yep, thank you.
Very powerful. The Cassie Laundry, sister to Brian, James, her husband, came out and talked to us. They came out and talked to us, and I listened to them. And us, we've been outside the Laundrie house, the parents, for weeks protesting. We're not coming back here. We're not coming back here unless something develops that she knows, but I will give her the benefit of the doubt for now. God bless. This is patriot activism. You know, their lawyers were telling them, I don't know, they had advice and said that they weren't supposed to come out and talk to anybody, but they did. They came out and talked, and we kind of got more clarification of what was going on. So we're out here. God bless.
Thank you for joining me. That was News Nation Now. If you need verification for the information, it is in the YouTube queue. I'm at a standstill pertaining to the said information of everything pertaining to this case. As I said, you can feel how you want about the Laundries, the situation, Mr. Laundrie being on the run. In the end, these people made a sound decision, to aid their son, and that's how I look at it. They aided their son, and they're not going to talk. Why would they talk? And in the end, we don't know how much information this young lady knows, but that is her home, her and her husband's home, or whomever, and everything has gotten out of control. When you look at the people's behavior, they've shown you what they're about and what they care about. So I don't understand how anybody thinks that yelling, screaming is going to make somebody speak to you. If a person didn't want to come out and tell you anything in the beginning to the public, there's nothing you are going to do thereafter that's going to change their mind. First of all, you're not law enforcement. So therefore, what is the point? Because in the end, who are you? You're no different than me, the next person. And imagine all different people just show up at somebody's house. Thousands of people just come out, start banging on doors, windows, and all that. Only thing you're doing is setting yourself up to go to damn jail on something these people are never going to give you. Because one, they don't owe you anything. And you don't have to like it. It's just the way it is. People don't talk around the world when it comes to true crime situations of people being involved in stuff. People have been playing possum for years. So this doesn't stun me that these people are not talking. That means nothing to me because people do it every day. I played you this audio so you can get a glimpse of, for those who don't, go on the YouTube regular to, get said information. Somebody put the stuff in the chat about she spoke, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to go ahead and get it out there before daylight. But I'm over the situation pertaining to Mr. Laundrie and the parents and the sister. I just don't really have anything to just add because it's monotony at this point. This case is going like the other cases I discussed on the network. They're becoming redundant, and it's like you're going in a circle. As I said in the beginning of this video, WJHL has said there's no confirmation that Mr. Laundrie is in North Carolina. And the sighting of him by this man from Florida that's an engineer, that has not been confirmed. They're getting multiple calls that people are seeing him in the general area of North Carolina, bordering Tennessee, but they're saying there's been no confirmation of seeing Mr. Laundrie either on foot, in this said car, white truck, whichsoever. And my thing is, perhaps it's not Mr. Laundrie. This could be another ruse of somebody wanting attention. See, you will never know, because sadly we have people who are sick and they will make up things, so you don't even know what's the truth anymore. And that's why I've just I'm done with the whole situation, because it's just a never-ending circle at this point. But I thank you all for joining me. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. I will talk to you guys later. And that is the said information coming out of Florida pertaining to Miss Cassie and her husband. They have spoken. They explained themselves. Frankly, I wouldn't have. I would have never came out. I would have never said nothing. Because all it takes is one more piece of gossip. He said, she said, they will be back. That's why you don't say anything. Because there's no guarantee that it won't be another group tomorrow and the day after and the day after. Thank you all for joining me. You all have a great morning and a great week. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you.